Hi there, I'm Storm Team 4 Meteorologist and science teacher Ryan Miller. It's been 20 years since Hurricane Katrina made landfall on the Gulf Coast and all of the havoc that came with that storm across Mississippi, Alabama, and especially Louisiana. I wanted to take a look at some of the data, and I wanted to hone in on all of the United States counties that are absolutely on the Atlantic coast, the Florida Peninsula, and the U.S. Gulf Coast. What has changed in the last 20 years with these counties? And there are profound changes actually relative to the amount of folks that have moved in, people that have moved in, the population, and the number of housing units that come with this growth in population. Over the last 20 years, taking a look at how the population has changed, there has been significant change in the numbers of people living on the Gulf Coast or the U.S. East Coast. This is the percent change from 20 years ago until now. If you are over 100%, you have doubled your population. And places like Walton County into Florida. We're talking about St. Johns County as well into Florida, Flagler County, Brunswick County in North Carolina. And there is significant growth throughout the Mid-Atlantic and up towards the Northeast. More people in places where hurricanes haven't necessarily hit in quite some time. And these folks that have moved to this region may not necessarily have experienced that or know necessarily what to do if a big time hurricane is impending and moving towards the coast. Now, looking at the last 20 years relative to the number of housing units, we've seen an explosion in housing units across the coastal communities of Florida, the Mid-Atlantic, and looking towards the Gulf Coast. Once again, this is the percent change over the last 20 years. And over the last 20 years, we have seen significant growth in the number of housing units. Once again, Walton County into Florida, Brunswick County, St. Johns County into Florida. We're looking at Brunswick County in North Carolina or Bryan County into Georgia. All of these counties in that dark purple color have had incredible and significant growth in the number of people and in the number of housing units. Coincidentally, if you take a look at the locations impacted the most with Hurricane Katrina 20 years ago, there is significantly fewer housing units and significantly fewer people living in those locations. Just an idea, just a thought to consider. With all these folks moving towards the coast, there's always that potential during the tropical storm and hurricane season for big time impacts to occur. I'm Storm Team 4 meteorologist and science teacher Ryan Miller.